Hey everyone, we're going to take a look at number 10 in section 3.3. We're going to calculate the derivative. And this notation means essentially dy over dx. That's the derivative of y with respect to x. And this bar means evaluated at x equal 2. When we don't have the prime notation, the Leibniz notation requires this for evaluation. If we just had a function as f of x, then if I wanted to find the derivative at 2, I would just write f prime of 2, right? That's all we do. But since we're using the Leibniz notation here, this is the way you show evaluation of that. Here's the function we're going to find the derivative of. And then, of course, so we're first going to find the derivative dy over dx, and then we're just going to plug in x equal 2. To find the derivative here, right now, we're going to use the quotient rule, right? Section 3.3 deals with the product rule and quotient rule. So just a reminder of that, the derivative with respect to x of one function of x divided by another function of x is this, right? Take the derivative of the top function times the bottom minus the top times the derivative of the bottom, and then that's all divided by the bottom function squared. In this case, f of x, our top function, is just the function f of x equals 1. And our bottom function is g of x equals x plus 7. So very simple functions here. So when I put this in, my derivative is take the derivative of the top function, remember that was 1, times the bottom, minus the top function times the derivative of the bottom, all over the bottom function squared. Now you have to remember the top function is f of x equal 1. 1 is a constant function, right? If I graph f of x equal 1, that's just a horizontal line, right? Constant function. The derivative is 0. The slope of the tangent line is 0, right? So the derivative of any constant we know is 0. And that's important. When you do this, 0 times x plus 7, that's 0. That whole thing is going to wipe out. This is all going to be 0. Minus what? 1 times, what's the derivative of x plus 7? Well, derivative of x is 1. Derivative of 7 is 0. As we just said, that's a constant. So that whole derivative is just 1. So when we simplify it, we have 0 minus 1 up top, which is just negative 1. I'll put the negative out here. Here's my derivative. Here's my derivative. Now all I have to do is plug in x equal 2. And when I plug in x equal 2, very easily I get negative 1 divided by 81. So it's a pretty straightforward one, but again, you need to be careful. Several things that we're learning here, quotient rule, product rule. You have to remember also the constant rule, constant multiple rule, sum difference rules. Those linearity rules. Those are used all the time. Okay, hope this is helpful.